For centuries, humanity believed its own history was already written. Civilizations rose, civilizations fell, and everything important supposedly fit neatly into timelines approved by historians. But over time, certain discoveries began to challenge that certainty. Not myths, not legends, real findings unearthed by archaeologists and scientists that quietly forced experts to rethink what they thought they knew. Some of these discoveries were downplayed. Others were ignored for years, and a few were so uncomfortable that they completely rewrote parts of human history. What you are about to hear is not speculation. These are real ancient discoveries that changed our understanding of the past and raised questions that still don't have clear answers. And as you'll see, the deeper we look into ancient history, the less familiar it becomes. One of the most unsettling discoveries was made in Turkey, at a site now known as Göbekli Tepe. For decades, historians believed that humans only began building complex structures after agriculture was developed. Farming came first, civilization followed. Göbekli Tepe shattered that idea. The massive stone pillars found there are over 11,000 years old. They were built by people who were supposedly hunter-gatherers, long before farming, long before cities. The structures are precise, intentional, and symbolic. Some stones weigh more than 20 tons. They are carved with animals, patterns, and abstract symbols no one fully understands. This discovery forced historians to reverse the order of human development. It suggested that organized belief systems and monumental construction may have come before agriculture, not after. In other words, civilization didn't evolve the way we were taught, and if this site existed so long ago, the question becomes unavoidable. What else existed that we haven't found yet? In South America, another discovery quietly unsettled archaeologists. High in the Andes, ancient stone structures display cuts so precise that even modern tools would struggle to replicate them. These stones fit together perfectly. No mortar, no gaps, no mistakes. The official explanation is that ancient builders used primitive tools and immense patience. But engineers who study the site admit something feels off. The level of precision suggests techniques we don't fully understand, or methods that were somehow lost. If ancient civilizations were as simple as we believe, how did they achieve such accuracy? Sometimes history doesn't disappear. It simply stops making sense. If you enjoy uncovering these uncomfortable questions about our past, staying subscribed ensures you won't miss what comes next. Another discovery that challenged history was found beneath the ocean. For a long time, civilizations were believed to only develop on land. Then divers discovered submerged structures off the coast of Japan. The Yonaguni Monument lies underwater, featuring massive stone formations that resemble steps, platforms, and terraces. Some researchers argue it is a natural formation. Others insist the symmetry is too intentional to ignore. If the structure is artificial, it would mean a civilization existed there before sea levels rose at the end of the last ice age. That would push human history far earlier than accepted timelines. And yet, the debate remains unresolved, perhaps because acknowledging it would require writing more than just one chapter of history. In India, an ancient city was discovered beneath layers of sediment near the Gulf of Cambay. Initial dating suggested the structures could be over 9,000 years old. Walls, foundations, urban planning, If the dating is correct, their city would predate known civilizations like Mesopotamia and Egypt. The findings sparked intense controversy. Some scientists questioned the dating methods. Others avoided the subject altogether, because if an advanced city existed that early, then the origins of civilization are far more complex than we thought, and complexity doesn't fit easily into textbooks. One of the most overlooked discoveries comes from ancient maps. In the 16th century, a map known as the Piri map surfaced, depicting coastlines with surprising accuracy. What disturbed researchers was not its age, but its detail. Some parts appear to show Antarctica ice-free. Official explanations claim coincidence or misinterpretation, but even modern cartographers struggle to explain how ancient mapmakers could chart lands they supposedly never visited. If these maps were based on older sources, then an even earlier civilization may have existed, one capable of advanced navigation and global knowledge, and that civilization left behind fragments, not stories. Another discovery emerged from ancient DNA. Recent genetic studies revealed that modern humans interbred with other hominin species far more extensively than previously believed. Our ancestors were not isolated. They migrated, interacted, and mixed with groups we once believed were completely separate. This forced scientists to abandon the idea of a single, linear human evolution. Instead, history became tangled, overlapping, and unpredictable. The past wasn't simple. It was messy. And we are only now beginning to see how fragmented our origins truly are. Perhaps the most unsettling realization is not any single discovery, but the pattern they form together. Ancient humans were not ignorant. They were observant, capable, innovative. They built, explored, and adapted in ways we are still trying to understand. History is no longer a straight line. It's a broken mirror, and each new discovery reflects a version of the past that feels increasingly unfamiliar. If you read drawn to these mysteries, the ones that challenge what we were taught, subscribing to the channel helps keep these stories alive and visible. Because the more we uncover, the clearer one thing becomes. Human history is not finished being written, and some of its most important chapters are still buried, waiting to be rediscovered.